Hi guys, so today I'm going to do the tag 10 things about me you may not know. Number one, when I was a little girl, I've always been very girly. I'm outdoorsy as well, but when I was little in kindergarten, I used to cry if my mom would not put me in a dress to go to school because I thought everybody would think I was a boy if I wasn't wearing a dress. Okay. So when I was younger, like in high school and stuff, my dream career and what I wanted to do was be a linguist. And I wanted to work for the CIA or some type of government agency. And I wanted just to learn languages. That's what I'm really passionate about is languages. Um, but unfortunately, the only language I've mastered is Spanish, and I am currently taking French lessons with my husband. We're taking some private lessons, and I can understand a lot of French, but I just trying to get more advanced. Three, so speaking of culture, when I was a junior in high school, or when I was 16 years old, I lived abroad in Spain, and I stayed with a host family for a whole year. And I really wanted to learn Spanish. Now, the reason why I wanted to learn Spanish is because it stems back to when I was really small. When I was little, my neighbor was from Colombia, and she used to watch me a lot, and I guess I used to speak Spanish when I was very small. And my mom speaks German. Unfortunately, I don't speak German. But I guess when I was little, she used to talk to me in German, and I would answer her in Spanish. When I was really little, I learned Spanish, and so when I got older, I'm like, oh, I really just want to relearn Spanish since I spoke it as a young child or a toddler. Yeah, so I lived in Spain, and that's how I learned Spanish. Um, Also, side note is everybody thinks I'm Hispanic, so I was like, oh, might as well learn Spanish. It's a beautiful language, and people think I speak it anyway. Which leads me to number three. Question I get asked a lot, a lot, is what is my ethnic background? And so, like I said, a lot of people think I'm of some type of Hispanic origin because I have olive tone skin and I speak Spanish, so it kind of seems like I would be Hispanic, but I'm not. So my dad is African American, and I have a little bit of Cherokee, and then Caucasian on my mother's side. It's predominantly German on my mom's side. So basically, I'm black, white, and Cherokee. Um, so that's who I am. There's nothing Hispanic at all about me, but I speak the language and I absolutely love the culture. And I don't care if they think I'm like all sorts of things. I've had a lot of people think I was Middle Eastern, definitely all kinds of Hispanic. I was told by some Europeans that I looked like I was from southern France, so I don't know. See, I should have worked for the CIA because I could pass for a lot of different ethnic backgrounds. I have very curly hair. Um, I'm extremely light because my mom is very white. My dad is pretty dark though, and I can get very dark, but naturally I have a very wide range of skin color. I can be very light. I'm coming out of winter, but I can also get quite dark, very dark. Can't wait for summer so I can get a tan. So yeah, that's my ethnic background. I get asked that a lot. Number five. Okay, something you may not know about me is I was a cheerleader all through high school. I actually was captain the last 2 years. Well, not my junior year because I went to Spain, but on my 10th grade year, the captain actually quit, and then the other girls asked me if I would be the captain or they wanted me to be it, and I was like, okay, but I was only in 10th grade. And then my senior year, I was captain as well. And I did do cheerleading my first year in college, and I really liked it. Say what you want about cheerleaders. I loved it. I loved doing stunts, getting thrown up in the air, doing gymnastics, cheering, except for, actually, you know what? Cheering was my least favorite part. I mean, I liked it, but it was more, I liked the stunts. Um, just getting tossed up in the air and having to do, um, yeah, different, and dance routines. I liked the dancing part too, the dancing and the stunts, gymnastics, but cheering, my team kind of sucked. That's probably why I didn't like it. And something kind of relating to that is my first year in college when I did college cheerleading, and it was interesting because then we actually had guys on the squad throwing us up and doing like crazy stunts. Um, and I hated my coach. He had favorites and he was just gross, and he liked to flirt with the girls, which I think is absolutely inappropriate. And we were doing this one stunt where I was pretty high up in the air and I fell and I broke my coach's nose, and I was so happy. I know that's mean, but he was such a jerk and I hated him. I was like, oh, snap. Because when I was falling, you're supposed to put your arms like up in the air really tight so they don't like, flail about and hit someone. Well, I didn't do that, so I hit his nose. I don't know what I was doing. I did something with my arms. Yeah, he broke his nose, but he was a jerk. So